Boubacar also starts. The group stage of the World Cup comes to a conclusion this evening, and in Group G, Cameroon enter their game against Brazil, knowing only a win will do to secure their place in the last 16. They've got to get the 3 points and hope that Switzerland fail to win, but they're coming up against a Brazil side who have already qualified, and thus coach Tite has made significant changes to his lineup from the team that beat Switzerland on Monday, 9 in total, with Eder Militao and Fred, the only players retaining their places in the 11. Dani Alves becomes Brazil's oldest ever World Cup captain at 39 years old, while there are starts for Anthony, Gabriel Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus. Cameroon make 4 alterations from the 3-3 draw against Serbia. They've got injury problems in defence. Jean-Charles Castellato and Nicolas Nkulu don't make the side, so Christopher Wu and Enzo Eboss coming to the back line. Mumi and Gamalu and Vincent Boubacar also start. The group stage of the World Cup comes to a conclusion this evening, and in Group G, Cameroon enter their game against Brazil, knowing only a win will do to secure their place in the last 16. They've got to get the 3 points and hope that Switzerland fail to win, but they're coming up against a Brazil side who have already qualified, and thus coach Tite has made significant changes to his lineup from the team that beat Switzerland on Monday, 9 in total, with Eder Militao and Fred, the only players retaining their places in the 11. Dani Alves becomes Brazil's oldest ever World Cup captain at 39 years old, while there are starts for Anthony, Gabriel Martinelli and Gabriel Jesus. Cameroon make 4 alterations from the 3-3 draw against Serbia. They've got injury problems in defence. Jean-Charles Castellato and Nicolas Nkulu don't make the side, so Christopher Wu and Enzo Eboss coming to the back line. Mumi and Gamalu and Vincent Boubacar also start. Well, we'll just leave that there then, because we're about to get underway in what is the final round of group fixtures in this World Cup. It's flown by, really. Brazil already have qualified for the knockout stages, as they were expected to do, even though on paper at least the group could potentially have been tricky. But Cameroon are their opponents, one of 3 teams who could join Brazil, with Serbia and Switzerland playing off in a winner-takes-all clash, essentially. Cameroon know that they need to win and hope that Switzerland don't win to have any chance of getting through to the last 16. So it's quite a lot to ask. They can maybe take some comfort from the fact that Brazil coach Tite has decided to make numerous alterations to his starting 11, 9 changes in total, but then they would look at that starting 11 and think that there is still plenty of quality there. So an interesting game is certainly in prospect. Cameroon have got fitness and issues like that, selection issues of their own. We know, of course, about Andre Onana being sent home from the tournament because of his argument with Rigobert Song over the Cameroonian playing style. So it hasn't necessarily been the happiest of camps in Qatar. They line up as follows. They've got Davis Apasi in goal, a back 4 of Collins Fight, Christopher Wu, Enzo Eboss and Nuho Tolo, Frank Ongisa and Pierre Koundé in midfield, with Brian Mbeumo, Maxime Choupo-Moting and Mumi Ngamelu in behind, Vincent Abubakar up front. Brazil go with Ederson in goal, a back 4 of Dani Alves, who incidentally at 39 years old is Brazil's oldest ever World Cup captain, still going strong despite being well in the advancing years of his career. I'll break off because Brazil are looking to come forward now. The cross comes into the area, stretching to try and meet it in the box was Fred, making that late dart from midfield. It's still in Brazil's possession now. The strike comes in. It's a bit of a weak one in the end from Anthony, and Cameroon are there to clear the ball. I'll just go back to the Brazil team, the Brazil lineup. It's Ederson in goal, back 4 of Dani Alves, Eder Militao, Bremer and Alex Telles. Fabinho and Fred are the holders in midfield, with Anthony, Rodrigo and Gabriel Martinelli in behind Gabriel Jesus up front. Strong start for Brazil then, 2 minutes on the clock. It's myself, Dan McCarthy and Harry Jones taking you through this 90 minutes of action. It's all in Cameroon's, the ball's in Cameroon's court really. They've got to try and come out and win this game. But even though Brazil have got essentially a second string 11, it's still a real quality side.
Yeah, it is. We were saying before kick-off, weren't we, that despite all the changes that we've seen from Brazil, it's still one of the best sides we'll see in the World Cup, which is just a testament to their strength in depth. But like you said, it's all on Cameroon now to go out and get a result. This was the first game in the group. We definitely expect them to try and sit up and sit back and be compact and just take anything they can get. But now they're relying on results to go their way in the other game. They need a result themselves, so it's going to make for a really interesting game, and I'm really excited to see how it unfolds. And obviously we'll keep a keen eye on the other game in the group, as that could decide the fate for Cameroon in this game as well, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Serbia versus Switzerland is available on this service, as Brazil, as you would imagine, looking comfortable in possession.